Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Snack. We do have live show match action. It's going to be coming at you. It is going to be beginning here on Calm Before the Storm, my favorite enormous Earthsea map, or whatever you want to call it. It is just humongous. PswBoSs and MauiMallard. MauiMallard! Got to love this guy. He is one of the few members of Team Alt. If you guys are interested in joining Team Alt, you're going to want to start practicing with this guy. Come hang out, come kick it. We will definitely recruit people who are diamond and up for now. Diamond and up for now. So we're keeping it as open as we can. But we definitely want really good players and serious players. People who are serious about trying to make some serious waves in the Starcraft 2 community. And so we see MauiMallard doing exactly that. He is going to be taking on PswBoSs, who is a significantly more well-practiced player than MauiMallard. I mean, MauiMallard he's a good player, don't get me wrong. But I'll tell you what, Boss has been around the horn. This guy knows his stuff. He's all over playing tournaments, winning tournaments. He wins, I can't even tell you how many tournaments of ours he's won, but it has been several. So he's really done a great job. And if he doesn't win, a lot of the times he's in the semifinals or finals. But MauiMallard he doesn't actually have time to play. I at least haven't seen him play in very many of the tournaments. But it's going to be our Terran player here, our Teal Terran, down here in the bottom left-hand corner. In the top left, it is Boss, spawning as our Yellow Protoss. Now, a best of 3 here, so I would like to see MauiMallard at least make this go to a third game. Boss taking a standard opener here. He's got his gas going down a great time, getting that sucker saturated. Does have his gateway going down. Nothing fishy. Fast expand here from MauiMallard. Looks like we do see the probe, however, from Boss cruising around. He is going to cruise down to the low ground in this back pocket expansion. Does see that command center going down in very quick time. We'll see how Boss is going to... Haha! Yeah, PT wins. He knew it. Back pocket expo. That is the Alt Starcraft phrase of the decade, ladies and gentlemen. We coined it together. We forged it with our blood and sweat and tears last night. Good stuff, however. It is going to be Cybercore here for Boss in great time. Just the one gas for now. No super fast gas. So it looks like he's going to go for a standard opener. I half expect to see him take maybe a 1-gate expand at this point. Could be a good deal. Notice back here at MauiMallard's base, we do have a barracks going down and a second one close behind. He's got to start beefing that up just in case. Boss is going to be going for any super fast aggression, but indeed he is not, taking the Nexus of his own, or an expansion of his own rather, getting that sucker down in great time. Notice he does have his warp gate technology on the way, but not chrono boosting it out. He's going to be working currently on some sentries just in case he needs to block this ramp. So he's going to set up here defensively here for just a little while. Should be prepared for any early aggression here from MauiMallard. But nothing on the way from him quite yet. We are going to be working on some Marines and a second orbital command now currently on the way. Looks to be in great time. Both of them on the way at the same time, actually. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done indeed. Yeah, I'll do a prize for the silver gold. I'll do $1. We will do $1. MauiMallard just kicking it with his Marines at this point. We do have that expansion for Boss about to be complete, and a forge going down for Boss here very quickly. I like this. I like this build order so far from him. Looks like he is going to open up, number 1, his upgrades. We'll see if he's going to go for any upgrades. If he does, I'm assuming at this point it's going to be that +1 armor, as well as it is going to provide the potential for some cannoning. Defensive cannoning is a good idea. Pylon going down here for Boss, but he is securing his third, so he's like, okay, MauiMallard, you're going to raise me a base. I will see your raise, or call your raise, and raise you another base indeed. So we're playing poker here. It is 1-up Central. Boss currently ahead in the 1-up. MauiMallard tossing down a defensive bunker here. He's going to be grabbing out his third racks. He does have plenty of gas mining here, and a factory going down for him as well, so looks to be in pretty decent shape, grabbing that third gas down here at his natural, or back pocket expansion, I should say. Good stuff. Boss, though, is about to have his third complete. And just check in on that units tab. 39 probes. What the heck? To 28 SCVs. MauiMallard falling behind in the economy, and that is not a good scenario, especially considering that he does have double the orbitals out on the field right now. Good stuff. Boss going to be chrono boosting out that economy, and I'll tell you what, it is absolutely paying off right now. Very, very big way. +1 attack going down, so I was wrong. It is going to be the attack upgrade for Boss, so maybe that's, I guess he's guessing that he's going to be able to pump out a good old bunch of units. But also another thing is he is grabbing a DT Shrine, and if he is going DTs, I do really much appreciate the attack upgrade actually now. So I think this is a beautiful play from him. You'll see what I'm talking about here in just a minute. Those DTs do so much damage, so much extra damage with that upgrade. We'll see that here in just a little bit, as Dark Shrine is going to be complete in just a little while. And how many racks? 2 factors out on the field. Triple racks here for now. Do have 1 tech lab going down. He's going to be working on combat shield. But this base completely open. No detection here. He is going to have to rely on scans when the DTs do make their way to this side of the map. Utilizing all of his mules down here in his back pocket expansion, MauiMallard appears to be in okay shape, but I mean, if you look at this units tab, 36 SCVs to 58 right now. He's really, really kind of struggling in the economy just a little bit. Oh, wow, look at this. He does have 1 missile turret back here in the back. That's actually pretty nice. So he's going to have some static detection out on the field. None over here at the main, however. He is going to have a Thor on the field. There we go. Missile turret going to be going down for MauiMallard. Good stuff. And here comes your first DTs of the game. Boss going to chase this guy down for that 50 damage with that +1 upgrade. It's ridiculous. Who got the kill? Who got the kill? Well, he is dead regardless. Dead indeed. Looks like MauiMallard is going to cruise out across this map and try and take down this pylon. Not going to happen. This 1 warp in here from Boss will save the day. How did he make it out there? Don't know. Couldn't tell you MauiMallard, but MauiMallard is, he did a great job holding off those DTs. So moving forward, I mean, that's going to help him quite a bit. Notice that we are going to see storms, however. I like this transition from Boss. So he's going to stay with the potential for Archons, but switch it up into high temps. So high temps going to be a great play here, especially against this potential for a very infantry-heavy army. And that's exactly what he's got at this point. He does have those Marines. They will evaporate under storms. Even with that combat shield, man, they will not last that long. And a bunch of Thors. So Thor Marine here from MauiMallard. Here comes your DT down to the low ground. He was... Wow, what the heck? How was he in range of that? That is crazy long range on those missile turrets. Does it tell you the range? Range. Doesn't tell you the sight range. Too bad. It's a little bit longer than normal, but definitely was in range there. Looks like a missile turret going down on the low ground here. But Boss does know of this movement down to the low ground. Is going to see this movement out to the center of the field. He is holding this Zellnaga tower for now. Are we going to see any more warp-ins? DTs warping in could be kind of fun. We got 1 probe cruising out across the map. Currently MauiMallard just stalling. He's not cruising towards this Zellnaga tower quite yet. There we go. He is going to take out the pylon. And Boss is going to evacuate his Zealot. In the meantime, he is cruising out across the field with his probe. Probably going to be securing a 4th base, I would assume here. Boss gearing up in a very big way. He's got a whole bunch of Archons. The scan going down here from MauiMallard. Pretty good job. Pretty good job. More pylons going down. Got to keep himself unsupply locked. He is going to be maxing out an army here in just a little while. Notice he's going to be grabbing his expansion up here. Base number 4 here for Boss at 13 minutes in. Great play. He's got a whole bunch of Zealots. Charge obviously out on the field for these Zealots with this heavy amount of Zealots. Charge is super good stuff. +2 attack is complete, and he's currently working on his armor level 1. He is going to be cruising out across the field. Looks like MauiMallard not quite done with his expansion quite yet. Looks like it'll be a third of the way done here. You should see this guy flying out here in just a little while. Oh, there, he's got a 4th already. So that's his 4th. There's the 3rd. It is going to be cruising out, but looks like Boss is going to start the attack here momentarily. No, this is iffy. This is iffy. With good storms here, Boss is going to be in phenomenal shape, and even without good storms, this is going to be kind of a tough battle for MauiMallard. Look at the feedbacks going down on the Thorns, and beautiful storms. Almost no reaction there from MauiMallard. His whole entire army is absolutely disappearing. Storming the heck out of the mineral line, and charged lots cruising in. The ouch from MauiMallard, and there is your GG. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Game number 2 will be headed your way here momentarily. Catch you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Snack. We've got that live show match action continuing here in this best of 3 on GSL's Antigua Shipyard. Boss and MauiMallard battling it out. Boss, maybe, I mean, he's definitely a great player, and let's be honest here, he's definitely outclassing MauiMallard in several respects, I think, at this point. But MauiMallard showing a pretty decent amount of strength. I liked his unit composition there. I just didn't really like his macro. I think he got himself behind a little bit too much in game number 1 in the economy, and just allowed Boss free reign. And I'll tell you what, man, Boss is one of those guys, a straight up player who can really out macro just about anybody in the world. And if he finds that you can put a wrench in his cog works there, then he will cheese you to death. I mean, he's just one of those guys, man. He can pull out a hat trick and make something amazing happen. And he just is phenomenal player. It is going to be cross positions. Of course, we are on GSL. It does force cross positions. But Antigua Shipyard, I think, a nice map here. Hopefully it will be advantageous for MauiMallard. And MauiMallard is going to be up here at the 11 o'clock position. He is our teal Terran. Boss is our yellow Protoss. He loves to spawn as a yellow Protoss. Boss going to be starting with what appears to be a fairly standard opener. Got that gateway going down a great time. There goes your gas. And he is cruising out across the map with a scout. Hitting that tower for just a moment. He's going to make his scouting way over across this map. We do have that barracks going down here for MauiMallard. Not going to be a fast expand from him this time. See what he's going to do. I'll tell you what, man. 2 racks pressure is, I think, a really good build still. You see it a lot. You can catch people off guard there very, very quickly sometimes. I mean, if they don't get a good scout on you or something, it can really be advantageous to go 2 racks, and it's easy to transition out of, in my opinion, but obviously there's differing opinions on that. It can feel a little bit risky in some senses too. But it is what it is, and Boss still getting out a lot of great scouting here. MauiMallard going to be cruising out across the map with his SCV. This guy puffing away on a cigarette that is not getting shorter. Not getting shorter at all, and is going to make his way to that base momentarily. Back here at MauiMallard's base, we do have a command center going down. Did Boss scout that? Whoops. Wrong vision. Yes, he did scout it. Interesting. Interesting. So he backed out immediately. Knows what his opponent's doing here. See how he's going to respond, but great scouting so far from Boss. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff indeed. And your barracks going down in pretty decent time. Looks like he's going to grab a 3rd barracks here. Interesting play. Working on some more Marines. Does have that orbital command going as full and strong. Going to be calling down mules here as much as possible, I would assume. But the expansion here for Boss underway as well. Looks like, oh my goodness, are we going to see? Oh, he's just checking around here. Just checking around for any proxy buildings. Wants to make sure. Gotta love this from Boss. He doesn't take anything for granted. You gotta know for sure, and that's exactly what he's doing. Just checking that stuff out, making it happen. One good scouting trip at a time. Bunker going down here for MauiMallard. Looks like he is going to be gearing up to secure his 2nd. Orbital command is on the way up here on the high ground, and a bunch of Marines going to be out on the field here in just a little while. Double the gas going down. so far in the main. We'll see what he's going to tech to from here, but so far he has not been spending it. Not been spending it at all. That bunker is complete. We do have 4 Marines in the bunker. All filled up. All filled up. And Boss now completing his Nexus is going to have this sucker up and running before MauiMallard does. So good stuff there from Boss. MauiMallard needs to get this sucker flown out there. He is currently working on some more SCVs. Looks like he's going to wait just a little while until he has probably a little bit more army for defense, I'm guessing. But he is going to be tossing down a factory. Where is it? There it is right there. Factory going down here for MauiMallard. Not too bad. He's using a lot of mules here and going to be cruising that orbital, second orbital out. Is going to have that expansion up and running here momentarily. Let's just check in on that units tab. 27 SCVs to 33 probes, so Boss in pretty good shape there. Tech for him. Twilight Council is on the way. He does have that forge out on the field. I love this opener from him. He tosses down double photon cannons here. I love this. I mean, you just put him out there. And, I mean, he's going to defend at this position. He's not going to kite all the way back or something like that. This is where he wants to defend, at this choke on the high ground. Going to keep that high ground advantage. You might as well be putting these photon cannons here. Yes, they're not protected. Yes, there is no big wall in front of them, but we're not playing against Zerg. So, I mean, this, I think, is a really wise way to do it. And I think you're going to see a lot more people doing this style of photon cannoning as we move forward. I mean, Boss is one of these guys that's showing us old tricks that we remember back in old the Brood Wars days, that things that really worked well that can be utilized, and this is one of them. Just photon cannons out in a forward position like that, and just keep your army next to him. Interesting stuff. We do have MauiMallard working on a starport. He's going to set that sucker down on a reactor. Going to be getting out a bunch old medevacs, I would assume. Let's just check and make sure. Medevacs it is indeed. Back at Boss's base, it is going to be his standard play, man. Getting charge out on the field. He is going to be going for, I assume, Charge Lot Archon at this point. Did he get his Twilight Council? Or not Twilight Council, but his, what do you call it? No, he didn't. Not yet. So he hasn't picked a medium for Archons quite yet. I don't know. Maybe he won't. Who knows? But Charge is going to be out on the field. I like Charge quite a bit. I think it's a beautiful upgrade, especially against Terran. And, oh, High Temp. So he did get it out. Where the heck is it? How come I'm not seeing this? Oh, there it is right there. There it is. He is working on Storm as well. Perfect. Storm, Archons, Charge Lots. It does not get better than this, ladies and gentlemen. And MauiMallard with a little bit of lag there for a second. Looks like we're going to be okay. Looks to be okay. A whole bunch of warp gates now up and running for Boss. We're going to see all sorts of warp ins here from him as we move forward. What is he working on from his forge? It is going to be that +1 armor now. He does have that +1 attack already complete. Should be in good shape. Your Charge and Storm is going to be complete here momentarily. Good scan going down here. Nice reveal here for MauiMallard. No fourth on the way, or third rather, on the way for MauiMallard quite yet. He does need to consider that, I think, at this point. But with that scan there, he's going to know that what Boss is up to. So we may not. Oh no, he is going to see. He is going to do it. It is kind of an iffy one. I mean, yeah, but he's got to have the economy moving forward, and quite frankly, I think getting this out is a great timing issue here for MauiMallard. So he's got good, solid defenses, and your attack for Boss is going to take place here, right now. He's got a whole bunch of zealots cruising out across the map. Charge obviously complete on these guys, +1. Should be about complete by the time these guys get there. Forward pylon gone down here for Boss. He is going to commit to this attack here in just a moment, and his Stormers. Oh, your favorite unit of the Protoss army, the High Temps, cruising out here. These guys are a little bit slow, but you know what? We will wait for these guys. We will absolutely wait for them. And not only because we have to, but because we love them. Because we love them. MauiMallard does have a supply advantage. Here comes your Charge Lot attack. What do we have for defense? Oh, goodness. Going somewhere. Some storms going down. There's some storms on your SCVs. Looks like Boss in pretty good shape, cleaning this up in a very, very big way. Not enough defense here from MauiMallard, and Boss looking to take this sucker down very, very quickly. Do have your Archon out on the field. Charge Lot's still getting up in the face of these infantry units who currently do have +1 attack. Not bad. They're about to have +1 armor, but man, it would have been nice to have that just a second ago, wouldn't it? One of those things, but a bunch of Charge Lots here working on gas. They did knock down this command center. They're pretty good. He lifted it up for now, but it is going to burn to the ground if he's not careful. And we still have this Archon alive. He has got 17 kills right now. Just a few. And look at this. Boss going to be sending out a bunch of zealots out across the map as well. There goes some more warp-ins. There goes more warp-ins. Oh, there was a drop. That's what it was. Good game. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Boss is absolutely the boss this evening. Thank you guys again. We'll see you guys in our next match.